Hey everyone, welcome back to another Exiled RC video. Sorry it's been a while since the last video, but honestly I haven't had a lot of time to do a lot of videos of any kind, and I haven't had much to really put on video, so sorry about that. There are a few RCs I've got that I haven't reviewed yet, things I've had for a long while, and I thought I might as well get going and maybe reviewing them and see how I feel about them. So yeah, I thought I'd start off with this one here. I haven't had it for a long time. I got it for Christmas in 2011. Haven't had a lot of time with it yet, mostly because of time, and I've had a few issues with it. I know a lot of people say they haven't had any issues, and I'm not doubting that. I think there is no issues with it or anything, but I'm having issues. I've had my own issues with it. It's probably just a one-off, things like that. So I never normally judge too much on something like that. To start off with, it is the 4x4 Vxl brushless Stampede. It's not what would I say? Oh, hang on, where am I? I'm getting lost here. Anyway, it's I do like it. I think it's amazing. I wanted it specifically for the fact of sheer bashing. I wanted something that could pretty much run over anything real heavy, but it wasn't too big, too costly. Yeah, things like that. I don't know what else reasons why. It just really interested me. I like Traxxas products. I think most of them are pretty cool. I know some people bag out on it. I'm not fanboy either. I'll, as you can tell from other videos, I've got a bit of everything. So yeah, I might as well just jump straight into the issues I have had with it. Well, firstly, actually, no, I'll start off with things that I have done with it that I didn't like straight out of the box. And one thing is main complaint, and something that didn't like, I thought they could have worked around it a bit differently, was the height of the body. The body sits normally at about that high on it, and I just didn't like it. People say buy certain things to drop it. All I did was I cut the amounts down a bit myself. Things like that with it. That was one of the things the only real thing that annoyed me out of the box with it was the height of the body. The wheelie bar at the back here is a really cool system. I like it. It saves the back end of it. Wouldn't take it off. Only issue is if you don't do something with it, such as I've done here, zip tie it or make it fixed, which can be kind of an awkward thing with it. It might, well, it keeps popping off. Every bump it just falls off, and it's not going to do you any good anyway. So if you have a spot where you prefer it at, put it on that spot. You can fix it with glues or using screws or something, but I've actually just stayed with zip ties, because if I want to ever change, I can just cut them off and put more on. But yeah, other than that, that was fine. What else? Things I did like about it from the beginning. The fact that it was supposed to be, I never believed it was waterproof, but water resistant, and a lot of people I've seen take it into full water and not have an issue. And I've also heard the other side where people say they have put it into small amounts of water and it has died. And unfortunately, the day I got it on Christmas Day, I ran it. I only ran it in the backyard. That was fine. I do feel it got a bit hot, but it gets hot here in Australia, especially on Christmas Day. It seems to always be one of the hotter days. I took it out about a week later for the second run over to where the coal mines are near where I live, and they have a lot of paths and areas like that. And on the way home, I ran it up the street where there was a small puddle, probably not even a centimetre deep at the deepest point. It only hit the edge and the water splashed up. It actually had enough water to damage the speed controller. It stopped working. It worked fine for a while, but then it just died out. Even when I left it dry for a long time, it still didn't like it. Did a lot of testing with other ones and tried to make sure it was the speed controller, and it was. Contacted Traxxas, but because it was bought before Christmas, about a month before Christmas, the actual warranty of a full replacement had run out. It was a month or 2 months before Christmas, whenever it was, whatever the run out was. They were going to do the other thing where I pay for it just to be sent back and they send a new one out. But I found that the cost for me in Australia, it works for America, but for in Australia to do that, it's actually cheaper to buy a brand new speed controller than to replace it under the paid warranty thing they do. So I found one and bought a new one and put in it. And then while I was at it, to keep it cool, because I've decided I'm never going near water with the thing again, just in case, just my own nerves. As I said, I've seen others run it through actual ponds or into water where it's floating, deep pools and stuff like that, and never had a problem. But just because I don't want to, I've put a fan on it, the Valenion fan, keep it cool, because it does run hot. Here in Australia in the summertime it gets really hot, especially where I live anyway. So yeah, that one thing gripes me a bit. The other thing that worried me at the time, I don't know if you can see it, but the drive shaft in this cover thing, I've heard about, the cover might hold water, but it's good, dirt and that, but it's good it gets out. I adjusted the slipper clutch, because the new ones they release of the Stampede, I've been told the slipper clutch is a little loose, just to cover Traxxas' own faults if anything goes wrong. So I tightened it up a little bit to make sure I got a wheelie, because I have put 2 cells in here and 3 cells in here, and I was not getting wheelies. It was just slipping too much, so I put it in just to get enough wheelie out of it. Then while I was at it, I adjusted so the spur gear, so that the mount between the drive shaft and the slipper clutch assembly, so that they have the 2 cogs that are up this end, the 2 geared or toothed things for the drive shaft that slides into the drive shaft and hold, were not so far apart that the drive shaft sit along. I've realised now that was a bit of a mistake. I shouldn't have done it, because every time I'd done that, it kept coming off and I was losing front wheel drive. And that was because the little grub nut, or that's in grub nut or grub bolt, whatever, grub screw, that's the one that holds it on, the adjuster on the drive shaft was slipping off and causing it to not drive forward. It was slipping because the end is here and the grub screw was sort of hitting here and just popping off on the side. It's supposed to sit back here, obviously. I didn't realise what I was doing until I saw that it was wearing down on that side. So I've made it so it moves, and I've never had a problem since. I was just me worrying that it wasn't going to work. What else have I done with it? I did straight away, as soon as I got it, part of the things I had already had set aside for the thing was to put the aluminum shop caps on it, because I have pretty much seen so many of them on their first few even reasonable jumps hit the ground and their plastic caps just fly off. So I put them on straight away. I've never had an issue with them yet. I don't know if there's anything else with it. I think it's a great vehicle. It reminds me a lot of the Rustler. It's sturdy, strong, adjustable all over. It's just an amazing truck to run. You can do anything with it and not worry about it breaking too much. I'm going to try and get some running videos of it soon. I need to get running videos on pretty much everything I've got. I'm going to start getting out and doing that. But yeah, anyway, that's my basic sort of review or opinion on the Traxxas Stampede 4x4 Vxl brushless monster truck. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.